what do you think now is going to happen with eBay expanding the bidding options now? So they're expanding the bidding options for trading cards. So what they basically said is that the last 2 minutes of the auctions, if somebody bids during that last 2 minutes, it will extend it another 2 minutes.
Oh,
Which
there was a website like when we were in high school that where you could, I mean, it was like eBay, you can buy and sell whatever, but if there was a bid in the last, I forgot what their threshold was, but last 30 seconds, it would just add another 30 seconds. Gosh, I forget the website, but I think it was a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, what do you think, Luke?
Um,
Do you like it, or do you want eBay to get rid of that?
And this is not apparently this is not going to be for all auctions.
Yeah,
So
I think it's
there's certain criteria, I guess, that will have to be met in order for you to get that extra 2 minutes.
and it's also like a testing period. It's not
It's a
permanent.
testing, yeah, so it's not permanent yet.
so if I remember correctly, this other website 15, 20 years ago that I was talking about, the drawback of that practice was that there were claims that the employees of the website
Mm.
were essentially doing shill bidding, and the way that they were shill bidding was to achieve whatever reserve price that they had in mind. Um, so I don't know if there's the same risk with this. I know eBay has a reserve price feature and you have to pay for that. I don't know. Yeah, I
Didn't
haven't
even think of
really
that.
thought about this because I mean, I didn't know about this until just 2 minutes ago. So, I guess with like traditional auctions, if there's a guy at a podium, he's, going once, going twice, whatever, that's essentially is
Yep.
what eBay's gonna do. Somebody bids, okay, $1 million, raises their paddle, and then the guy says going once, going twice. Another guy raises the paddle. It could just keep going.
So
So I
for
don't know.
Whatnot, they do that on Whatnot. So maybe eBay is going to turn it into like a Whatnot situation. You could make it quote unquote sudden death where the clock doesn't reset, or you can make it like clock resets. So eBay might do the same thing where it's like you can make the listing either it ends on the dot or it goes into extended bidding based on last second bidding. But
I think it
go ahead,
probably
Jason.
has to be something like, how much the card sells for. Now, obviously, if you have like a dollar listing or something, like Luke buying that 99-cent card, you know, I hey, if I also bid now, are we getting
Yeah.
another 2 minutes to try to battle to get this card? But I'm assuming the criteria is probably going to have to be X amount of money. I think I know other platforms that do auctions also have it to where you have to have already bid on the card or bid on the auction in order to then extend
But
it.
before you enter into that
I like that.
Yeah.
last 2 minutes or whatever
Yeah,
it
you
is,
you
okay.
like, if I never bid on that card and I now
Mm.
try to snipe it at, like, 30 seconds, it's not gonna extend it 2 minutes because that was my first bid. But now say if I then bid again 5 seconds, right before, now it can extend it 2 minutes. But, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how it kinda is because, I mean, there's a lot of times, yeah, where I've lost a card in the last, like, 2 seconds of the listing, so it'll be interesting to see, like, what happens. But, I mean, for me, I don't try to, like, buy if I get outbid, I get outbid. Like, I've
I wonder
never
who
been in a
this
bidding war with
I
that,
wonder
ever.
like what who this bidding method benefits the most.
Sellers.
E-
Sellers.
It's gonna yeah, it'll be a
sellers,
bet,
buyers,
yeah.
or eBay. You know,
Because they're hoping now that everybody's just gonna keep, jacking the price up,
Sellers
like,
and eBay.
as yeah.
So I hate it.
yeah,
It'll
but um with eBay's methodology that they've used for as long as I've been using eBay, it just goes until the clock hits zero. I feel like people are bidding hastily, which is good
That's
for
true.
eBay. Or I shouldn't say that I feel that people are doing that. People might be doing that because I know when I see the clock go from when when the timer turns to red font, I'm like, oh God, oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I just I'm sitting there and I'm just
Extra
like
zero.
sweating and
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I hate it.
Whereas
I hate this a
if the
lot.
timer extends, maybe people have cooler heads. Maybe I don't know. Who
Why
knows?
do
We'll
you
see.
hate it, John?
Somebody smarter than us has to tell us who it's good for.
So I hate it because my entire buying process on eBay is
Yeah,
sniping.
it's ruined. Yeah.
Yeah. So for people out there,
Is sniping bad for the hobby? Like, is that a bad thing? Is that why they're doing it?
no.
Because they kind of use the word snipe as if that was like a bad thing. Like people try to snipe cards.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I think
No,
it's a great
it's a
opportunity for
technique.
somebody. Yeah, somebody to buy their cards at the best potential price point. So if eBay makes it permanent, um, this might be dramatic, but I'm probably not going to look at an eBay auction ever again. I'm probably just going to look for buy nows and I guess comp cards that way. Because yeah, that's the only way I ever buy cards on auction is sniping. So it is what it is. If they implement it, then it's just another like detriment to me as a buyer. Like if there is a sudden death and I know it's ending at this time, I feel like I have a better opportunity to buy the card at a really great price. If they extend the time, that gives people more opportunity to look into the card and kind of either bid me up or like ruin my buying opportunity. And that may be harsh to say. I feel like I'm saying that people who are buying cards are not doing research, or they're just like they're just kind of willy nilly don't look at the cards that I look at. But yeah, man, if I can't snipe a card that I want to snipe, I'm not gonna bid on it, and that's fine. But you know,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
almost
how
kind
I
of
operate.
prefer buy it now listings anyways. Like I
No,
really don't prefer auctions. I like to just wheel and
Yeah,
deal. I
but
like to like
when you win an auction, oh,
yeah,
it's
there's nothing
awesome.
like it.
It
There's
is
nothing
cool to
like
win
it.
an
I agree.
auction, but like I have zero patience for a 7-day auction. Like I have
and
zero
Oh yeah,
patience for
we
that.
know that. You put in a bid with six
Yeah.
days and 23
Mhm.
hours remaining.
Yeah, I put my max bid. What I would spend on I just lost out on a Jaden Daniels. It went way past my max bid. But yeah, I just lost out on one, but yeah, I put that like days.
why, man? Why?
Because if I know I'm not going to if I'm looking at comps and I know okay, this is what the card's selling for, this is what I'm comfortable buying it at, I'm going to put my max bid. I won't go past this amount. So if
If
somebody wants to outbid me on that, then fine, they can have that card. That's I'm not going to go higher than that.
So like
But
you're essentially playing it like a silent auction,
yeah,
yeah.
right? Isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
That's
because
exactly
if
right.
I win it, which I've won lots of auctions that way by just simply putting what I would buy it for and get it, then great. Because then a lot of times too, I'll forget about it.
Sellers love you, Jason. They're like, I need all of my cards to be bid on by Jason because you're just like making sure that their cards go for what the most recent comp is, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that if the most recent comp is if that's what the card's selling for, and I look at multiple comps and then figure out what my max bid's gonna be. And then
Jason,
I'll put my max
you
bid.
just got to be better at distracting yourself. You see a card that you want, it was just listed, there's 7 days left. Set a calendar reminder, forget about it, distract yourself, come back when your alarm goes off.
No, because I don't want
Exactly.
to be like you, where you forget all the time.
That's true.
Quick story
Yeah,
for
here we go.
We
everybody
can end on your
listening.
story. We can end on your story.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So one of the sets that was produced by Wizards of the Coast, talking Pokemon, is Tropical Islands, and this was new to me. So it came. Apparently, it was sold. I don't even know if it was on shelves or how it was distributed to the population. But all of the cards in that set, I think there's like 19 of them. I'm forgetting a lot of the important details, but all 19 cards came in like a cello wrapped package, see-through, and it came with postcards, so it must have been like some sort of larger package. Very cool to me, and I happened to find a listing on eBay for that whole cello packet graded. I was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's really cool." And part of what I'm doing with all of these Wizards of the Coast cards that I'm buying is I want to grade them myself. So I was thinking, oh shit, if I can find that cello packet raw and grade it, I'd be super happy about it. I found a listing, and there was maybe like 2 days left. Current bid was $715. Bunch of Jasons out there bidding on it apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
And I set myself a calendar reminder for 2 days to come. And when that calendar reminder notified me, I set another reminder for an hour from like when it was about to, when the listing was about to end, 5 minutes from then. So alarm went off, looked at my phone. The listing was still at $715. I texted John, Eric, and Jason something like, I hope I don't forget, or I don't know.
Something
I
like
might
that.
something like that. And I legitimately forgot. I was at the hardware store and I got distracted and then I didn't realize until maybe 3 or 4 hours later. I was like, oh, I lost out on this. And it sold for, I think it sold for $1,100 and something dollars, and I was ready to pay like maybe 1,200, 1,300, somewhere around there.
Damn. Come on. Well, that
Yeah,
means that you just got to buy another $1,200 card.
or wait until
Until
the
it
winner
pops up
posts.
again.
Yeah, until this pops up again, and I got to pay even more.
Yeah, and then you open the pack. You crack the slab, open the pack.
No. I don't. So, moral of the story is don't listen to me because I don't practice what I preach. Jason, do your thing. Bid
Thank
7
you.
days in
Oh, I
advance.
will not change. I promise you that I will not change. Even if it's a 10-day auction, I'll bid at 10 days.